Good, good. Now, we've seen a bunch of different industries here, right? So, does anybody want to comment on the types of industries that we've been privy to on our...
Food, service, sake, sushi.
Yeah, food service. What else?
Urban development.
Urban development. Yep. What else?
Education.
Education. We were at SMU, and then we were at Air
Computers.
Products, right?
Computers.
So, petrochemical. And now here I'm going to turn to Pat because he really had a good time at the petrochemical park. Our chemie over here. Some observations about Air Products and the Jurong Island Park in general, Pat? Do you have any observations for us?
No, it looks like a petrochemical park. There's nothing really that special about it. They're all over the place in the U.S. too. They're just hidden. It's kind of cool that it was on its own island though.
Yeah.
Although there was a ton of runoff into the ocean that they were just ignoring.
Right. Now, when we talked to Air Products and we asked them about their source of competitive advantage, what did they...
They had none. There's
had none?
absolutely none in the air products industry.
Right.
Because
At
they
least...
they have liquid nitrogen. They have the same pressure temperature as anybody else.
So how are they successful?
They bought out every other air-based industry.
They bought out every other one and they formed special relationships, right, with different
Right. Well,
companies.
relationships, of course, really. No one else is going to cool liquid nitrogen.
Right.
They're not going to put that in their process.
Right. So Ben did allude to some growth opportunities for Air Products, though. Where did he say those might be?
Well, whenever a company opens a plant, Air Products doesn't try and transport some random chemical to them. They open a plant right next to that other plant.
Right.
So if you need an inert gas, like ExxonMobil, if they're going to be a catalytic cracking plant, they're going to need an inert there.
Right.
And Air Products can build a factory right there and make the inert, take the nitrogen out of the air, the argon out of the air, and just transport it right over.
Right. So they kind of Ben alluded to the fact that he needed to gather information. It seems like that's a big source of advantage for them there is him, and really the ability to gather information. Would you agree with that?
To an extent. I mean, they'll know exactly what the plant's going to be about 2 years before
Right.
it's completed, and the actual air separation plant's really fast to make.
Right.
So once they know the quantity and the actual flow sheet setup, they can
And they
find
can
the
get in there.
thermodynamics required for the Air Products factory and build their own.
Right. Now you've been to Air Products in Bethlehem, right?
Yeah.
How does this compare, or is there no comparison?
Well, there's no factory in Bethlehem. There's no plant.
Right.
It's just offices.
Right.
So it's different.
Had you heard about Singapore at all? Have you?
The Air Products in Singapore? No, not really.
Okay.
I mean, all I know is, they always say their business model is to find a plant that's opening up. They don't like petrochemicals so much, but they've been getting into it lately.
Right.
So they find the big plants that are opening up, and then they just see if they need any inerts or any oxygen, any coolant, and then they build a plant right next to it.
Sure.
So they kind of piggyback off of all the other companies.
Now, since we're on Air Products, and again, we were there yesterday, Zach, you were right on the button there when you were asking Ben Lim about Air Gas, right?
Yeah.
And what was his response when he asked him about the latest merger?
He told me that it's classified and he can't talk about it.
Right. When was the date? Do you know the date
No.
on the merger?
I forget.
I thought you were great jumping on that one.
Yeah, I mean it was this semester, but I don't remember the exact date.
Right. How did you hear about it?
It's in the news.
Yeah. So it wasn't anything you got from Lehigh, Laura.
No,
Okay.
it's in the news.